Hello, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 ways of how you can be kinder to yourself. We already know that we tend to be in kind of like such a strong battle into wanting to treat ourselves like our best friend and failing in doing so. We're so hard to ourselves, we criticize ourselves all the time, and it's truly horrendous. The main thing, and I'm not even going to count it as the first one, is acknowledge how you feel. Any feeling, any sensation that you want to change, the first thing you need to do is realize and accept that you have it. Such as, I treat myself like garbage. I'm not my best friend. I treat myself wrong. I speak to myself badly. I look at myself in the mirror and I look for flaws to speak about. I look at myself and instead of saying, oh, my hair looks nice, I have a nice makeup, I have a nice skin, I say, oh, I don't like how my legs look. There's always that thing that we take out. We just forget all the good things, and that tiny thing that we might feel insecure about, we just go on about it on our minds as if our life depended on it. And it's so incredibly sad, because on the long term, this really, really, really makes you feel sad. And if every day you're sad, you end up having a sad life. So acknowledge your feelings and acknowledge how you feel. Realize this is not how you want to live your life, and this is not how you want to feel. So the first thing is going to be positive talk, self-talk, and you're going to be like, how do I do that if I have one of these days? Because some days you look good, but how do you do that when you have one of these days that do you think you're just glowing down? You look bad, you don't like how your face looks, your body, your skin. Lie. I know I'm not a therapist, I'm not a psychologist, I'm saying what works for me. Lie to yourself. If you lie to yourself for a certain period of time, sometimes it might be just 2 hours. If you get to lie to yourself without letting those intrusive thoughts that remind you those negative aspects, if you lie to yourself, you will end up believing the lie. And if you believe the lie, it becomes a reality. So you look at yourself in the mirror and you're thinking instantly, I look fat, I have spots. You literally do not say that out loud, because we tend to do that too. We are just ourselves, right? So you look in the mirror and you say, I look so gorgeous. Okay, I do not care if you don't believe it. The point here is building a lie that becomes a reality. So you look and you're like, oh, I look so pretty. Oh, these shorts look really good on me. They really highlight my body figure. Like, yeah, this really just looks so good at me. And my legs are so gorgeous. I love the shape of my legs. I really feel like I have the best legs in the world. It doesn't matter, you do not believe it, and your brain is trying to let those intrusive thoughts in lie to yourself. And keep saying it. I love my legs. How lucky am I to have these gorgeous legs? Lie. Because if only you get to lie for just that time, that certain period of time, you will end up seeing yourself differently next time you look at yourself in the mirror. And I've already done this myself. I always had this horrendous way of talking, saying all the bad things that I think I have. And then I didn't even want to look at myself in the mirror. And if I did, I kept saying those things. So I was like, okay, I have nothing to lose. Okay, I truly don't. So I lied to myself. Oh, I look gorgeous. I love my legs. And then I found myself looking in the mirrors as I walked by. I saw myself looking down at my legs, and I saw myself thinking, I love them. They actually look great. Oh, my skin actually looks so good. I found myself loving the things and accepting it and loving the things that I've been hating for years, and that I've been practicing such a negative talk in, and I couldn't believe that it could actually make a difference. But normally we do not even get to see that difference, because what happens is that we might think, oh no, I look great, and then we just go on about our day, and then we keep thinking, oh, I do look horrible, to be honest. So you're mixing one tiny positive talk that you're not used to doing into negative. So building up, it's as if you've put this coffee and so much milk the coffee is not going to taste much like coffee, because you're like, oh, but I did put coffee. Yeah, but you did put this bit. So you're not going to see a difference. You're not going to taste it. This is the same. You have to do it. And I don't mean like days or weeks, which obviously is the goal, but just in a day, if you're feeling like that, you have to tell that to yourself for like 5 minutes or 2 minutes straight. And as you walk, if you feel any negative thought coming, like, oh, I wish I had skinny legs, you say aloud, oh, my legs are amazing, I love them, I love them. And, you're going to notice a difference. And it's going to be lovely, because when you damage yourself so much, any tiny difference makes you feel so happy and blessed. So it works. Second, divide your tasks. Be kind to yourself. It's just not only saying, oh, I'm pretty. No. We tend to be like, oh, I'm on holiday, imagine. When you are at university or high school, you're like, oh, I wish I had time, because you have to study. I wish I had time to watch a movie. I will give anything in the world, just anything, to be able to watch that movie, to have the time to watch the movie, to have the time to read that book. I will give anything in the world, or to go to the cinema. And what happens when you have the free time? You're like, I've had a month, 2 months of high school, of uni, and I can't get myself to do nothing. I'm not doing anything. It's like, oh, what have I done? I haven't watched a movie, I haven't gone to cinema, I haven't met my friends, haven't read a book, haven't watched a movie. And you realize that because you want to do so much, you do nothing. You overload yourself with so many tasks, so many different tasks, or reading, or cinema, friends. You just get stressed, and then you do nothing. Because all that stress consumes you, and you end up thinking like for 10 minutes, half an hour, then watching TikToks, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, oh, another day went by. And at the end of the day, every single action you take, whether it's watching a movie, reading 4 pages of a book, makes your life, because every day is creating the life you currently have and how you feel inside and in your head. So when you think about all the things you want to do, like, oh, I want to meet my friends, I want to watch a movie, stop it. Like, cut the thinking and do that. Do one of those things. That's what works for me, because I'm an overthinker, so it's actually very difficult. But I'm an overthinker, so what I do is I stop thinking. My brain is still working, okay, and overthinking constantly, but I'm doing one of those things. So my brain starts like, oh, I want to take this side, but I want to read a book, but I want to have my coffee. I'll just be like, I'll sit down and I'll read the book. And yeah, I'm constantly, it doesn't mean you have to read like the whole book. Maybe I read 5 pages. But then I close the book and I already feel differently about my day, and I feel as if I'm making and creating tiny rooms in my brain that allow me to do everything I want and enjoy it. We just overwhelm ourselves way too much because we want to do so much. We think, oh, if I read a book, I have to read 5 chapters, or I have to finish it. If I watch a movie, it has to be an amazing movie, but I have to finish the movie. And then we just do nothing. What's better, doing something a bit, or not doing it? So I just did it because I was going through this. I just sat, I read about 10 pages, I enjoyed it, I had fun. Then I had the coffee, then I had some water, then I, did a bit of my makeup, and I am getting to do all the things. Now I'm doing this video. I'm getting to do all the things that I want to do because I'm splitting them. I'm giving them an order. I'm not just letting them float in my brain and occupy the whole space. This is like when you're trying to pack a suitcase. How do clothes fit well? If you just, when you're rushing and you just put all of them like this, normally the suitcase doesn't close, and then maybe yourself or somebody else tells you, oh no, take them out, I'll do it for you, let me fold them. Or you just are like, okay, I'll try again. And you start to roll them and you put them in certain corners and places, and then suddenly everything fits so well and you can close the suitcase. This is the same. You need to help yourself. You need to be kinder, and you need to help your mind to be tidy. And especially if you're an overthinker, to make sure you're organizing yourself well into being able to do the things you want to do nicely and enjoying them. Because that's what's life. Okay, number 3, practice mindfulness. Meditation, any relaxation activity. I don't personally like to be like, oh, you have to drink matcha, I don't know if you're getting my point. I don't like to be posh about this, because when we also try to be so posh, we lose ourselves. Because with all these posh terms, also sometimes we just overwhelm ourselves into realizing we cannot meet those standards of being so posh and perfect, and then we don't do those things. So it's not like mindfulness in that really nice class that my friend told me about, and it's like 200 years and no, okay, that Pilates in those machines, that's no. The issue that I find with social media, that everything is so idealized, that if you do not feel like you're doing it that way, then you don't want to do it at all, because you feel like it's not going to help you, and it's fake. It's a massive scam to sell you things, to make you waste your time. And I'm not saying those things are bad, but they make you feel like you cannot enjoy if you get the same feeling otherwise. You can just sit on the floor right now, wherever you are, okay? And you can just put a song you love, and you can just close your eyes for those 3 minutes and try to think about good memories that you had as a child. Maybe you even unlock some memories that make you happy. Is achieving peace of mind in any way? It could be going for a really long walk with your dog. Maybe you don't normally do that, so you take your dog for a very long walk, like 2 hours. Maybe you see your grandma, you haven't seen her in a long time, and you have her nice food and cakes. Maybe you ride a horse because it's something you've wanted to do for a long time. Maybe you go to the beach and you take a book. Any kind of activity, a bath that makes you feel slightly relaxed. Any 5 minutes. I love those 5-minute meditations videos, because my attention span is quite short, because I'm so intense in terms of my brain is always working and overthinking. So these 5-minute meditation are key for me, because they allow me to relax, and it's still my mind goes somewhere else, but I love it because they're designed for us. And even in the meditation video, they say your mind must be going somewhere else now, but it's okay, I am here, you can come back. And it just makes you feel so good. You don't have to do it all perfect according to standards. As long as you get some peace, less, make your anxiety go lower, you're getting your goal. I hope you know that. Okay, that is 3. Number 4, self-care, and this is very linked, because it could be going to the beach or taking your dog out. I don't want to take that long, but any activity, this is key. Any activity you do that reminds you that you matter. Because sometimes life is hectic and we do not really stop to think about ourselves. We're just trying to please everyone and running here and there, and then you realize you have been neglecting yourself. You haven't been taking care of yourself. Maybe you are thirsty and you've been thirsty for 5 hours, you haven't drunk water, and now you realize you have a headache and you wish you had drunk water before. And make quicker stop, because I'm going to do so right now. I feel quite thirsty. Normally I would want the video to be, perfect, but I want to be realistic, and I'm going to drink water, and so should you. I know we love iced coffee, okay? I get it. I love it. But iced coffee is amazing, but we know it doesn't hydrate ourselves, okay? I know we're pretending to act, like I genuinely know we're pretending to act like iced coffee hydrates us. I can myself, but it doesn't. So just drink water. And that's what I'm going to do, and it's going to be great. Yay! Yeah, I'm happy. Any activity. This made me feel and reminded me that I matter, that I have to take care of myself. It could be doing your nails, even if it's at home. It doesn't have to be an expensive stuff. Anything. Do yourself a nice tea, nails or a lipstick, a face mask, anything that reminds you that you matter. This is important, okay? Anything that really reminds you that you matter, because you do, okay? So yeah, just any self-care activity. And it's funny, because when we are with friends and maybe they want to have a tea or they want to have a coffee and we invite them home, we do not even let them say, can I have water? We're normally, would you like a drink? Would you like some coffee? Would you like some tea? Would you like some water? We're always trying to be pleasant, which is lovely. And then we take the time and the effort, we go in the kitchen, we do the coffee, we do the tea, we make it, we laugh, and we are happy because they are human beings to take into consideration. But with ourselves, how many times, and you can't tell me this hasn't happened to you, how many times have you been thirsty? At night or in the morning, and it was so easy as going to the kitchen, but you're like, I can't be bothered. Or you are finishing a project and you really will do anything to have some iced latte, iced coffee. You're like, oh my gosh, I will have an iced coffee, but I just can't be bothered to go in the kitchen and make it. If someone made it for me, but I can't be bothered to go and make it. You would make it. You will make it for somebody else. You will make it for your friend. Why can't you make it for yourself? You matter just as much, if not more, because you're with yourself all the time. It's like you get to have, in a way, your best friend with you. How cool is that? So when you think like that, everything changes. And it's not just about the iced coffee, the iced latte. It's just when you do that coffee and you go back to work on your laptop, whatever you're doing, and you're having the coffee, you feel loved. Because you can also make yourself feel loved. You can also make yourself complete. And that's something that we keep forgetting about. We tend to just rely on somebody else to love us. You can do it yourself. And it's gorgeous. And I promise you, it changes so many things. Because one good action always leads to another good action. And when you do that tiny action of having the latte, then you're like, maybe later I can paint my nails, or maybe later I can be this friend that, I really want to meet, or I can go for that walk, or I can go tan, at least be in the sun. It's magic, because you're reminding yourself you matter. And last one but not least, creating boundaries. When you don't feel like doing something, say no. We also have been taught and told to always say yes, to be pleasant and blah blah, and that's gorgeous. But if you sometimes do not want to do something, you have all the right in the world to say no. If you are really tired and you don't feel like meeting that friend, say no. I'm not saying cancel plans last minute, which you can do if necessary, as long as you don't do it all the time, because obviously that will not be the ideal thing. But if you're asked a plan and you really just don't feel like it, maybe you're tired, you have a headache, you just want to be at home doing nothing, say it. Communicate it. You don't have to say no. Or like most of us do or did, go even if we do not want to go. Why do you do that to yourself? If you really trust the person, if that person is worth keeping in your life, you should not be concerned at all if that person is someone reliable and worth keeping in your life. In terms of like, they're going to get angry at me, never speak to me again. Well, then maybe you should not have those friends, because that's not sustainable in the long term. That's just not sustainable. You need to be at peace. You need to protect yourself. And if there is a date for some reason you really don't want to, you have all the right in the world to just sit and relax. And I hope that you do that, because you deserve good things, okay? And it's just good to have boundaries. It's also a way to practice self-love and being kinder to yourself. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And I really hope somehow that you subscribe, because I would just love so much to see you again. It's boiling here. And I'm telling myself I love my hair, even though at the moment it's not the thought that I have in my brain. It's just boiling and I feel like things are not glowing, but I still tell myself that they do. I still tell myself that I look pretty. Because what you believe becomes your reality. So yeah, I love you so much. See you very soon and have a beautiful day.